Well, I joined World Vision in 1989, and my first boss was Mr. Noel Berman. 1 week after I joined the organization, he told me to go to a place called Kurunegala. It was a 5-day trip where you had to go into the village and evaluate the projects. And first experience out of Colombo, working for a great organization, I got into this vehicle, a double cab. It was driven by a person called Tilakasari, and we went to Kurunegala. And I remember there was Philip Ramanathan who was in charge of the communication, and he drove so fast, 120 miles per hour, went into this area called Kurunegala. I in fact wanted to leave World Vision because I just couldn't handle the speed that Tilakasari was driving this double cab. We made it to Kurunegala in just 1.5 hours, believe it or not. And I was contemplating to leave because I thought I am going to die. When I asked my friend, my colleague Philip Ramanathan, Philip, why is this guy driving so fast? He said, this is the way we work. This is how we drive. We want to get the job done, Andrew. So you must be ready. Experience, awful. But I thank God that I survived for 24 years after that. The day when the central bank was bombed and I was crossing the border, I was going into the north to help the children, the people in Kilinochchi, in the areas of Mullaitivu and Jaffna, and I was moving inside, and the LTT was suspecting me as a spy from the south, and they kept me under house arrest for 5 days. I didn't know what I was doing. They gave me good food, but they house arrested me for 5 days, and I didn't know what was happening. And after 5 days, they said, well, you cannot come and work here. You need to get back to Colombo. They investigated, and they even sent somebody in Colombo to find out who I was. And then when I crossed the borders of Vomania and was trying to come to Colombo, the military kept me for 2 days thinking that I was a spy from the north, moving from the north to the south. And I was kept in a camp called Verpamkulam for 2 days. And for 7 days, I was house arrested in the northern area, in the tiger control area. And 2 days when I come this side, again, they were suspecting me. Unforgettable incident, but good experience. Working among people is not easy. You have to go through all the hardship. But I thank God for that experience. When I joined World Vision, I think there were about 60 people who worked. And when I left World Vision, I believe there were more than 700 staff who were working all parts of the country. It started small, and then it grew to be a great big organization in this nation. I think it's a wonderful organization. When you start anything, you start small, and God is faithful, and God brings the right people. Expansion, God brings the expansion, and it grows. It grows like a big tree. And I'm happy to see today where World Vision is. It has grown to be a great organization, impacting many children in this nation and many parts of the country. So, great growth, great people, and wonderful people whom God has brought into this organization. I want to thank God for World Vision because 50% of my life I have served this organization. I believe that God had a purpose and a plan in my own life. I knew that there was a calling over my life to serve God in this nation. But before I do that, before God could entrust with His kingdom, the ministry, I have to know people. I have to know the suffering of people. I need to know the nation. I need to know the country. I thank God for World Vision that took me to all the 25 districts of this nation. meeting all walks of people, children, elderly, the displaced, mothers, women who were in need, orphans, widows, all kinds of people. And I think it's a memorable time with World Vision, and I cherish them all, and I thank and praise God for that opportunity. Well, it's a great organization. It's God's organization.